The farmer dropped his shovel because beneath his old farmland was a door. Not a normal door, not wood, not iron, a massive stone entrance buried deep beneath the earth. A door that had been hidden for hundreds of years. And carved into the ancient stone were words written in a language nobody in the village could understand. But after experts translated the message, everyone became silent. It said, "The one who opens this door must have a heart greater than his hunger." For 40 years, people laughed at old farmer Chinedu Okafor. They called him a poor man chasing useless dreams. But when Chinedu opened that forgotten door, he discovered something beneath his farm that changed what people knew about Nigerian history forever.
Deep in a quiet village in southeastern Nigeria lived a farmer named Chinedu. Every morning before sunrise, while the village was still sleeping, Chinedu walked through his small farm, carrying his old wooden hoe. His land was not special. At least, that was what everyone believed. The soil was dry. The harvest was getting smaller every year. His neighbors often told him, "Chinedu, my brother, this land has refused to bless you. Sell it and find something better." But Chinedu always refused. Because many years earlier, his grandfather, Papa Namdi, told him something strange. Something that stayed in his mind forever. Before his grandfather died, he held Chinedu's hand and whispered, "My son, this land is not empty. The earth is hiding a story." Everyone thought the old man was just remembering forgotten village tales. Nobody believed him. Until one morning, when Chinedu found something buried beneath his farm. Something that should have never been there. At first, Chinedu thought he had discovered an ordinary rock, maybe an old piece of a broken building. But as he removed more dirt, his hands started shaking because beneath the soil were symbols, ancient symbols, symbols that looked similar to markings found in forgotten African civilizations. But there was one impossible problem. According to historians, nothing like this was ever supposed to exist in that location. So how did an ancient structure end up buried beneath a poor farmer's land? Who built it? And why did they hide it? Chinedu called village elders first, but they laughed. One elder named Elder Obina looked at the stone and said, "This boy has been walking under the sun too long. Maybe the ancestors are playing with his eyes." But when local historians arrived, the laughter disappeared. They carefully examined the stone, and their expressions changed because the craftsmanship was extraordinary. The stone was perfectly cut. The measurements were precise. There were no signs of damage. It looked like someone had sealed it yesterday. Then they discovered something even more shocking. Beside the entrance was a hidden carving. Not a warning, not a curse, a map. A map showing tunnels stretching underneath the entire area. And at the center of the map was a symbol connected to an ancient Nigerian legend. For generations, elders had told stories about a mysterious group of African craftsmen. A group known for creating things far ahead of their time. They built incredible structures, created unusual tools, and possessed knowledge that disappeared with them. Then, one day, they vanished. No bodies, no explanation, no trace. People assumed they were destroyed, but the map beneath Chinedu's farm suggested something unbelievable. They did not disappear. They went underground. After weeks of preparation, the ancient stone door was finally opened. Everyone expected treasure, gold, jewels, ancient riches. But what they found was far more valuable. Inside was a hidden underground chamber, a forgotten library, thousands of ancient writings, handmade books, drawings, blueprints, and knowledge that seemed impossible for its time. They discovered designs for advanced farming systems, methods of storing water during droughts, medical techniques, engineering plans, and inventions that challenged everything historians thought they knew about ancient Africa. But then, they found one final document. A document that revealed why everything had been hidden.
The final document explained the truth. The people who created the underground chamber were not running away. They were protecting knowledge. They feared that powerful rulers and greedy men would use their discoveries for destruction. So they buried their inventions and waited. They believed that one day someone humble would find them. Someone who cared more about helping people than becoming famous. Someone who understood struggle. Someone who knew the value of simple things. And that person was not a king, not a wealthy businessman, not a famous explorer. It was Chinedu, the poor farmer everyone ignored. The man whose land people called useless. The same land that was secretly protecting forgotten knowledge from the past.
For years, people looked at Chinedu and saw only a poor farmer. They saw a man with little money, a small farm, and no importance. But they were wrong. Because sometimes the places people ignore the most are the places hiding the greatest stories. The world searched for treasures in palaces, inside oceans, beneath mountains. But nobody thought to search beneath the feet of an ordinary Nigerian farmer. Maybe the greatest discoveries are not found by the richest people. Maybe they are found by those who refuse to give up. Because Africa's soil carries thousands of forgotten stories, ancient voices waiting to be heard, hidden doors waiting to be opened. And somewhere, under a forgotten field, behind a forgotten wall, another secret is still waiting for the right person to find it. Before you go, thank you for always supporting African Folktales and the stories we bring to life here at Kora. Every like, comment, and share helps keep Africa's forgotten stories alive. Until the next story, bye!